Cheers, my thrifting friends. Okay, well, I have just finished my morning coffee and I am going to hit the road because we have had some amazing sale days in the store these last few days, weeks or so, and I have a lot of bare shelves and I don't have any back stock, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining. So I am caffeinated. I'm ready to go. So let's hit the stores before I have to go to work, see what we can find to restock the store. Wow, I walk in and I see this right away. This is a cool piece. If you have a booth somewhere, I would think this would make a really cool display for maybe like a colonial revival thing. It was $14.99. Nothing that I could use in my store, but it was really a unique piece. You don't see those very often. These pottery goblets were really interesting. They kind of looked 80s to me. They were $5.99 each, definitely studio pottery. But they looked a little too amateur for me to consider for resale, but they were different. This pottery mug is very cool. This is a high demand item in my store, a nice signed studio piece that's got a lot of unusual features about it. It's a great color. Blue is really popular. That was a really neat picture, like a little mini picture it looked like. This was cool. I knew this was vintage right away. I knew it was part of a set. Highland pottery. Very sad it didn't have any of its pieces with it, any of its sisters. I looked really hard. $7.99, not a bad price. If you could find the entire set, you could definitely make your money back on that. And this planter was really cool, $3.99. That's not a bad price. It's a really popular item. It's a great color. It looks like spatterware. And yeah, that would sell really good in my store. That's a great item to restock my shelves with. As is this pitcher, another great item to restock my shelves. It's modern, probably sold, looks like a TJ Maxx Marshalls sticker was on it. Yeah, sometimes I sell these. I definitely carry these big white kind of French country things. This utensils jar is definitely something that would be great to restock my shelves with. Very popular item. It's not Rae Dunn, which is good. That definitely has had its day. These little chicken, I think they're candle holders, like tea light holders. They were $3.99 each. I thought they were so cute. Very cute. Definitely farmhouse. I love it. I think they're super cute, and I think they're tea light holders, and I really like them. This picture is cool because it's summer. It's way overpriced though. I mean, you would have paid less for that new. I'm sure this was sold in like Christmas tree shops, something like that, but it was very cool for the season. This planter was awesome, but I would, if it was for me, the $14.99 is no problem, but for resale, it's definitely too high. What a shame. That was a really nice planter. I've picked them up way bigger than this down by the seashore. I found one that was like the same price, but 3 times the size. So we left it. This planter though, this is kind of like just a catch pot for $3.99. That's a great deal. People love picking up metal catch pots for their household plants. This was too damaged, too bad because it was a good price. This one was an okay price for what it was. It looks very IKEA, very modern. And yeah, that's very affordable for a nice big house plant. That one was a little too cheap. But yeah, we didn't pick up any of these, but they're cool. I used to sell quite a few of these. I tell you, having done this long enough, you see so many changes in trends and things. So when Joanna Gaines made cookbooks popular and a thing again, these type of things sold all the time. I've sold them many, many times in my store. But after COVID, after Joanna Gaines hasn't really put out too many more cookbooks, nobody buys them anymore. So I left it. This apple holder metal thing, it had a big scratch in the apple, so I left it. But this is cool. Look at this. I love stuff like this. Pencil drawing kit for beginners, and it's got all the pieces, never been used. So in my mind I'm thinking, all right, if this is $5.99 or less, I'm gonna grab it to sell in the store. So I'm looking for the price. $2.99. Fabulous. In the cart she went. This bird, it was cute. I mean, $5.99 is not a bad price because that was vintage. It said made in USA. So that was vintage. It was a parakeet though. That's kind of, I don't know. If it had been like a natural bird, I mean, like a wild bird. This was cool. $5.99. I'm totally taking this. This is the cutest freaking thing for farmhouse decor. It's like a nest with a chicken. And look, it even has one of its eggs. I love it. Oh man, that is awesome. Yeah. We're taking this home with us. There's no way I'm leaving this behind. Super cute. These horses were odd and unique. That's what's selling right now in the resale market. Anything that's super unique, interesting, odd. Yeah, so these horses were definitely checking all those boxes, and there were 2 of them. So yeah, there was a pair of these wooden rocking horses. They were $5.99 each. Just weird and different enough to be interesting and cool. And there was also this one, which looked more like a Western cowboy kind of horse. And this was even cheaper. It was only $3.99. So these are the kinds of whimsical things that sell really well. As do these wooden boxes. We cannot get enough of these as resellers. It's a really hot item. I have no idea if it's a TikTok thing or how it's so popular, but if you can find a wooden inlay box for a good price without any damage, then you should definitely buy it for resale. It will definitely be easy to sell. Okay, this was like an epic wooden pitcher, like epic. I've never seen something this big. $14.99. This thing was so cool. I did find it listed, the exact same thing. I think there might be more cups with this because, I don't know, maybe there's just 4 in there. But for sure, at least has 4. This is the exact same item. It looks like it's a mid-century modern piece. Very cool. This fish pottery is also amazing. Really nice, but unfortunately at $7.99, it's a little too high for resale. I don't think I could get my money back out of that, but if I wanted it for myself, I would have definitely picked it up. It was really nice. This was vintage, very cool. I was like, interesting, and I did find it online as well. It looks like this one was sold for $24.99, so this piece here at the Goodwill being $3.99, lots of room in there for a reseller of vintage items like this. It's extremely cool, and yeah. Looking through the artwork to see if there might be anything in here that I can pick up for my store. Those mermaids are cute, but I really don't do kind of modern art like that. The ballerinas were interesting, but again, not a subject matter I felt that I could sell, but this was cool. So this punched out copper piece, I have never seen one like this for sale at the thrift. So let me see if I can straighten it up and check it out. I found the most similar thing I could online, a copper punch art with a couple in a wooden frame, and it was listed for $35. So this one was definitely vintage. You could totally tell. Lots of room in there for a reseller on this for vintage. This was very cool. I love the apples at 5 cents. It would sell immediately in the fall. I was looking at these seahorses, not really the modern piece behind it, but it looked a little bit too amateur and unfinished, so I left it. The blueprint was pretty, as was this field of lavender, but again, I don't usually sell modern pieces like that. They just don't do as well in my store. But this figurine, super cute. Look at this. This is one of those vintage Sexton bathroom wall hanging things that came out with a series. This was boy with frog, but there was also a boy that did fishing and stuff like that. Super cute and kitschy. This was also really nice. This was not a watercolor, I don't think. This looked like a different medium. I don't know what, but at $7.99, even if it was original art, it was just priced a little too high for resale. But there's some cute things there. I usually don't feature the bags. I don't know why. I guess I never really see anything worth noting, but they had just put out a bunch of new bags. So I figured, well, he just wheeled out all of these and hung them up. So let's take a look to see if there might be any treasures in here that are worth noting. So it looks like somebody donated their bell collection, and I do not sell those or do well with those at all unless they're metal. So if they had been brass, The cookie cutters, again, if they were all copper, I would have picked it up, but there was only one in there and it looked kind of modern, so I left that behind. Candles, it depends. Yeah, I didn't see enough in there to make it worth the money. This one did have a brass bell in it. That was pretty nice, but I think it was still $5.99, and I just couldn't use the other pieces, and that one piece to me, again, just wasn't good enough for the $5.99. That's a little high just for the one piece. So yeah, not seeing much in this group of bags, but I also saw this. So this is definitely something that if you deal in baseball cards and you find them in bags for $9.99, I'm sure you are going to get your money back on these. I'm sure they're not there anymore. I'm posting this, more than a week after being there. This was last week, so I'm sure these are definitely not there anymore. But boy, they had just put them out. The guy had just wheeled away the card and threw these up here, and I left them because I don't know anything about baseball cards, but I know that the flea market next to me, Kevin, the owner, has said that baseball cards are his top selling item. So good luck to anybody who found those. That would be an amazing find for another reseller who knows what they are. Lots of arts and craft things here, and I would highly recommend, if you need school supplies, to check out their bags as well. There was some chalk here. They had a big bag of crayons below that, paint markers, pencils, toys, all kinds of stuff for kids and crafts. So yeah, I didn't find anything for myself, but I just figured I would give you guys a glimpse at what the bag situation looks like when they put out a bunch of new ones. The baseball cards were definitely the treasure there. All right, well, I am just about done shopping, but this little Victorian shoe caught my eye. I love Victorian things. Yeah, I do. It's a thing. And then I figured I would look at their boutique area behind the glass, and that terracotta pot was really beautiful, but $30, you can get it for the same price at Home Goods, even cheaper probably. And that goblet and pitcher set was very beautiful. It looked like it was hand painted. That was nice. That bird was really pretty. And I really liked that little cowboy and boot in the back, that little porcelain figurine in the back. That is super cool. People love to collect stuff like that. It's behind the bird. I think you guys can see it. Very cool. But I didn't want to bother anybody to look at the price. I'm sure it was too much for resale for me. Yeah, those Disney glasses were cool. I love that painted gold trinket box. That was cool. Yep, very pretty. Hand painted, very nice. Those Disney mugs were $7.99 each, and the Disney planter was $14.99. So anyway, I'm done shopping, so let's head on home and see what we picked up for the store. All right, well, I'm promising myself that I'm not keeping any of this stuff. The whole point of me getting up early and getting down to the thrift store is to find lots of beautiful things for my store. And here is the first thing I found. I love this. It's like this blue and white outdoor, I guess you would put a candle right in there. So I put a candle right in there, and a beautiful little outdoor lantern. I think it's gorgeous. I love it. It's so classy, so summer. So pretty. Someone's going to pick this up right away for their patio or for their deck. I just know it. All right, the next piece I found was this super beautiful and classic cut glass, really good sizable vase. I mean, this vase is really heavy. I suspect it's one of those made in Ireland type. It feels like it's that Irish cut crystal type thing. I only found it for $5. It is absolutely stunning. This is going to look spectacular with real flowers. I do have silk flowers at the store. I have a pretty good collection of them that I use to display items like this in. So I'll have to pick out some really pretty faux stems to put in this when I display it. But I'm sure someone's going to grab this right away. It would look beautiful as a centerpiece on somebody's table, or maybe on their mantle, or on like a console table. It's stunning. I absolutely love it. And for $5, I can price this to sell super fast. By the way, I'm hydrating with iced tea out of one of my super fancy wine glasses. I think this is like a hand-painted glass. I picked this up thrifting a while ago before I was doing YouTube videos, but I thought it was really fancy to have my iced tea in this really pretty glass. What do you think? All right, the next item I picked up for the store is this really pretty tray. And I absolutely love this. It's going to take everything in me not to keep this. I'm looking at my bookcase. I'm actually super tempted. I wonder how this would look over there. Well, I will display it over there just to show it in the video as to how I would display it if I were to keep this. But the intent is to put this in my store. It's a very popular theme right now with the water birds. Looks like a swan, maybe a duck, and some water birds right there. So this is stunning. I love it. It is vintage. It's got the original sticker still on it, although it seems to be torn off mostly, but that's okay. It's in really good condition. It's a really high demand item. Something like this, people pick these things up a lot, especially for the right price. I think I paid $4 for this, $4.99. And I thought that was a great deal for the condition this is in, and definitely for the subject matter. I think it's beautiful. And I'm sure that as soon as I put this out for sale, someone's going to grab it really fast. So this next item is just a really basic decor piece. It's like an open topiary. These are really popular. They sell these at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, all over the place. But I grabbed this one for $1.99. So that allows me to sell it for a really cheap price for somebody if they're looking to grab something like this, just for like a quick display, maybe on their kitchen island. They can put a bunch of really cute stuff in here, or you know, maybe on like a console table, something like that. But yeah, this was just a nice, simple, basic, easy to sell. I love to carry these modern, very high demand things in my store, and I'm sure that someone's going to spot this right away and grab it. So my next few pieces are just, again, restocking, very basic, high in demand. I feel really grateful when I can find these things thrifting, so that the people that come in my store can just see what they want and pick it up. So this was $3, and it's just a galvanized metal flower stem pitcher, super popular farmhouse decor item. Someone's gonna, I will easily make my investment back on this, and this is a really fun thing to display in the store. I'm sure it'll sell right away. And then the other thing that I sell a lot of is pottery, especially this kind of like Williamsburg style type pottery. This I got for $3. Oh, it actually does say Williamsburg right on it. So good guess on my part for seeing that, but see, it says Williamsburg, or guessing that, I should say. So yeah, I sell so much of this that of course I would recognize it as Williamsburg. But yeah, so I picked this one up for $3. It's not old or anything like that. It's just a popular design that's very primitive farmhouse style, and it's really popular with my customers, and I love it when I find it and I can, you know, offer it in my store for a really reasonable price. guys aren't sick of seeing these yet. I know. I know. I grab them when I see them. I'm telling you, if you're a booth, I don't think eBay reselling is what these are really good for. These are definitely if you have a booth. So I sell these faster than I can restock them. I luckily found 3, and these weren't even in their regular shelves. These were in a bin at the Goodwill I was shopping in, where they have like utensils, kitchen utensils. So these were all mixed in with like plastic spatulas and things like that. So I found all of these. They were $2 each, which is fine. I can sell them for a very, very reasonable profit on that. And they will sell right away because they're just a popular item that a lot of my shopping girlies use in their farmhouse decor. So I love very much that I can offer these to my customers at a really low price, and they can almost be guaranteed to find one in my store when they come shopping with me. All right, so I did pick up a few vintage items. I mean, I was really in the market for more modern pieces to restock my shelves, but I also do carry vintage. And of course, if I find very high demand, resellable vintage stuff, I always pick it up. So I did happen to find this sugar bowl or covered jar, and I instantly recognized it as an older piece of pottery. And it in fact is Francoma. So that's a really popular pottery. They make a lot of like mid-century modern style type stuff, and that's exactly what this looks like to me. I wish I could have found the matching the matching creamer to it. That would have been amazing. This was only $2 on the Goodwill shelf, so it's definitely a find, but it is a singleton. So I still grabbed it because I think that someone would still love to use this in their kitchen, probably practically. I think this would be a great salt holder or ground pepper holder. You know, if you're a cook like me, I always love having little jars of spices. Actually, I use a jar really similar to this for like a Mrs. Dash kind of mix because I like to use a lot of salt-free seasonings. So I just figured somebody might see this and like that. It's a very neutral color. It's a really good size. It's a great design, and they might grab it just for use in their kitchen. And yeah, and I really like the top of it too. I like the design on the knob on the top. So anyway, I'm sure somebody will see this, and for the right price, they'll just grab it for something really nice and functional and classic looking. I also found a little mini milk glass candle holder set. This was $4. Whoops, I keep banging them together. Sorry. These were $4 for the set, and they're the little grape pattern. I don't collect the grape pattern. I do like these a lot. I do not have a set of milk glass candlesticks. So even though I am picking up things from my store, so I am going to bring these into my store. But if they don't sell, then I won't be sorry because I don't have a set myself, and these would look great on my dining room table. But I'm gonna put them for sale, I promise. And then I found this vintage trivet. This was $4 as well. So yeah, I have one really similar to this. You guys probably saw me find it in that that modern dresser that we switched out with my new china cabinet. When I was cleaning out the drawers, I had forgotten that I had thrown the one that I have in that drawer. So I showed that to you. Mine has a lady on it instead of this eagle, but this one has this really beautiful eagle with a heart. And yeah, this is gorgeous. It's got a plain back. I think mine's a little bit older than this one is, but this is still amazing. I love it. And hey, listen, I picked it up for $4, so I know that I can sell this for a profit. And yeah, it'll be a really cute find for somebody in my store. All right, if I look guilty, it's because I am a little bit. I am going to keep 2 things, but only 2 things. I'm going to keep this brass candlestick because I really love it. And I have a little collection going on, and I don't want to, it's a singleton as well. I mean, if it was a pair, I'd probably feel more obligated to sell it because it's a pair, but I couldn't find a pair. I just found this one, and it was $5.99, and I really love it. It doesn't have the felt on the bottom. It's got an open bottom, but it's really heavy. It's got a lot of weight to it. This is definitely not new. This is definitely an older piece. I love it. I cannot wait to add it to my little stack. So that's what I'm keeping there. And then I'm going to keep this too. This is a candle snuffer. I think it's pewter. What's really funny is that it still had its like tag sale $2 price on it. And when I brought it up to the register, she just sold it to me for the $2. She's like, I'll just take it for $2. So I was like, that is awesome. So I think this is pewter. This looks like pewter to me. Yeah, I think this is a pewter candle snuffer, and it's got a really nice handle as well. So these two pieces are awesome. I have to add these to my collection. So hopefully, you guys won't think too badly of me. The goal is achieved. I have plenty of stuff here to add to my my store, make my shelves look full again. And I'm just going to hold on to these little pieces right here. So a lot of you guys have commented on how beautiful my clematis is, but I wanted to show you that's nothing compared to my parents' vine that they got growing here. I mean, this is on their lamppost in front of their homestead here, and look at this. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous clematis. Now they have it mixed in with some spiderwort. That's the same color, but this vine is so prolific on this beautiful lamppost. It's crazy. They have some pachysandra here too, but I just thought I'd show you guys. They definitely have me beat on the clematis. For sure. Stunning. So I really love their landscaping. They have like really, you know, period authentic, old-fashioned kind of landscaping. Of course, they live in this really big salt box. The house is stained too. It's not sided, so it's really, really authentic. But I just love how they have the brick stone, you know, pathway right in the front. And yeah, like what a beautiful front entrance too. They have like this beautiful deacon's bench right here. Just really pretty. Just super, super authentic, beautiful colonial type thing. I'd take you around to the side portion over here. They have a nice big, like extra sun porch here. Just some really beautiful landscaping. Just like really authentic kind of colonial landscaping. It's just so beautiful. And of course, it's an absolutely stunning, stunning day. Hot, but just so beautiful. It's really beautiful out here. It's just really stunning. They have this other little like garden on the side here, kind of closer to the road. There's like a big rock wall facing the road, and they just put a lot of like ornamental grasses out here. It's just so beautiful, like ornamental trees and grasses in this huge birdhouse. It's really beautiful. So she's got a mixture of, I think these yellow plants are called oxtails. Something like that, I think. Mixed with some lilies, of course. And a lot of creeping myrtle. More grass, but it's just like a really peaceful, beautiful little side garden here that's just, you know, it's just really peaceful, really pretty. They've done a great job with their landscaping, I think. Look at how this grapevine is looking. I don't think there's any grape. Oh, it's just got the littlest of just blossoms. So all those are going to be grapes. He's got white grapes and red grapes together here. He's got both. So, yeah, I don't know if he's got any more flowers I can see. Oh yeah, all these are going to be grapes. Look at that. And then he's got tons of berries underneath these hoops right here. I don't even know if there's any berries left. He's got to keep them covered or the birds will just be in here taking all of them. I don't know if there's anything left. I'll have to ask. Okay, you guys, I wanted to give you another little treat. Every time I visit here now, I'm showing you one of my mom's collections. I told you, my mother is a hardcore collector. She's got a ton of collections. So I know last time we took a quick look at her oil lamps, which I didn't even show all of them. And I didn't even tell her. I was just kind of videotaping it. But this time, I don't know all the history and story here. So I've got my mom right here. But anyway, so she's got a pretty big collection of blue and white. And it's not all, like she does have a few flow blue pieces, which I will take down and show you the back stamps on them. But she also has, now what are these called, Mom? These type of glass?
Royal Copenhagen
okay.
Collector's plates.
Okay, okay, I have a memory. I was actually with my father when he found this. So this one right here, let me grab this one without breaking anything. All right, so this one right here, I remember I was actually with my father when he found this. So here's the back stamp. Christmas night. That's beautiful. Yeah, Royal Copenhagen, Christmas night. And there's the original sticker on it. Oh, look at that, $35. Now that $35, wherever this came from, that was back when I was like probably 12 or 13 or 14. Yeah, it was definitely 12, 13 or 14. So that's how many years ago. And they were getting $35 for these things then. So I was with my dad and we were taking a bicycle ride by Fowler Farms in Westfield. It used to be like a big farm. They were known for their carrots, which is crazy. It's now not there anymore, really. They might grow some tobacco there. I don't know. Anyway, people used to drive and dump stuff all the time back there. And one of the bicycle rides I was taking with my dad, he wouldn't like stop to purposely do it, but there was like, it was like right on the side of this like this dirt road by a barn. So he pulls over and he's like, well, it was all over the ground, like all these like household things. So of course we both pulled over. This is what he pulls out of the trash. So you were saying, Mom, it's 1959?
Yes.
And that's the year you graduated from high school?
Yep. Both of us were in the same class at school, and that was our graduation year. And that
1959.
really
Look at that.
Started the collection.
So that's what started her collection. So then after that, so isn't that amazing how collections start? I mean, don't you guys ever wonder like how a collection actually starts? Well, that's the story behind how this collection of plates started. That my dad found this just by chance when I was with him way back in, I'm going to say it was probably like 1979, something like that. And brought this home to my mother because he thought it was really nice and that he liked the angel. And my mom's like religious. He's like, Carol's gonna love this. Brings it home, and then this is what she ended up with. All right, let's take a look at some of these pieces more closely. Okay, so let's go through. So okay, this is a delft piece too, by the way. And look, it actually turns. Like that's insane. That's so cool.
Comes from Holland.
Comes from Holland. All right, so we're going to put that one up there. All right, so that I think this is probably the oldest plate you have.
Yes.
All right, so this plate, it's literally, it says 19, a German word, 41. I'm not going to claim that I know what that German word is, but now what's the significance of 1941 that you collected here?
And that was rare because it was the first year of the war, that the United States was in the war, and Europe was being bombed, really.
Yeah.
And this plate, that plate came from Denmark.
Now, where did you pick up this plate? Do you remember where you bought it?
From another collector.
From another collector.
At
okay.
An antique show.
At an antique show.
Yeah.
All right. And then you've got 1969.
Yes.
And what's the significance of that year?
1969 was, well, Daddy started a new job. And that was good.
Yeah, that was good because in the day, this wasn't fun. You know, I was old enough to, I mean, back then, you know, the unemployment benefits weren't like what they are today. You know, when you lost your job back then, oftentimes there wasn't a lot of unemployment benefits. All right, so this one is 1962.
That's the date that we got married, the year.
All right, so my parents got married in 1962. And this doesn't look like a winter one. This looks like a summer one. Is this like a guy on a rock or something?
That's the mermaid.
The mermaids?
The mermaid of the Denmark.
Oh, mermaid of Denmark.
Harbor. And that's very sought after now because that statue has been destroyed.
No kidding. What destroyed it?
A natural disaster like high waves during a storm in Denmark.
Oh my God, really? So that's a depiction of that.
Yeah, she was the entrance to the harbor, and she would lead the fishermen back to the safe
wow.
harbor. And she was on a rock out in the harbor. And just one day, there was a bad storm there, and it was on television and everything. And
wow. What year was that it got destroyed?
Oh, gosh.
Like the 80s, the 70s, 80s,
the
and 90s? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting story there.
And they never replaced it.
They never rebuilt her.
No.
So all that's left are things like this.
Yeah.
All right. So this next plate is 1963. That's a winter one.
Yes.
And that's the year Sharon was born. That's my older sister, Sharon. Well, there must be a 1966 one in here somewhere. All right, we'll find it. We're working our way down here. So these are all delft pieces that my mom's mixed in. Here's some of the back stamps on these. These are gorgeous. Let me hit up a couple of these. This is a beautiful candle holder for the delft. There's a back stamp on that one. And then what is this? Oh, this is a mini candle holder, huh?
Yes.
Very tiny. Oh, there's the back stamp on that. Wow. This is Polish pottery, it looks like, Mom.
No, it's from Denmark.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can't read that back stamp. Well, my viewers are gonna see that back stamp and they'll tell me. Yeah. All right, so this one's 1969.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing special there. Just happened to be a plate maybe you found at a good price.
It was nice because it reminded Daddy of the farm where he grew up.
Yeah. Yep. Southampton. Yep. And then this one is 1971.
1971 was when Richard got married to Susan.
Oh, okay. So that's my father's brother. So he got married to
his high school
sweetheart. I remember all of us were in the wedding, and they actually, the lady that he married, she was heavily into garden. She had a beautiful home, and they had the reception at their home. And it was like all put on by the garden club. Like, you guys, it was like being in the Hamptons. It was crazy. It was quite the soiree, as we would call it. And my mother and I and my sister made these little mint netting gift things for weeks. We couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I can't take making these little netting things anymore.
Candy.
Yeah, little tiny candy. Remember in the day you would get candy in the netting? Very old school. Anyway, okay.
The date isn't significant. It's the dog.
Oh, the Samoyed. My mom grew up with a Samoyed dog. So there's the Samoyed right there, the husky. Yep, she had a white, big Samoyed husky when she was growing up. She was a very good girl.
Oh, she was.
And then the best for last. Just kidding, you guys. This would be my commemorative plate, 1966. That's when I was born. Yeah. So, Mom, I meant to tell you, I bought a new china cabinet off of Facebook Marketplace, and in the drawer was a penny face up. It looked old, and I said, oh wow, a penny in the drawer for good luck. I said, it'll be extra good luck if it's 1966, and it was literally 1966, so I put it back in the drawer, but you would appreciate that. Mm-hmm. All right, so there's the 1966 plate. Here's the back stamp.
Yep.
It's called Blackbird at Christmas Time. Very interesting. All right, we'll put this back without breaking anything.
All of them have names. The artist that did the...
I'm going to have my sister inspect my work of putting these back, because I don't want to have put them back any. But here's more delft pieces. Now, this is Bird of Paradise. I have this set as well. I have lots of pieces from this Bird of Paradise set.
Yes.
It's very nice. Yeah, I see you got a piece up here, too.
Puccini's opera.
Yep.
The story of...
And there's another little delft piece right there.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's a nice little collection. She has more blue and white pieces. I'll show you you guys another time. But for today, here's the one shelf of fun little treasures that my mom has collected, and that's where she displays them. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
There's not many there, but it took a long time to collect.
Oh, yeah, when you're collecting for meaningfulness, it does take a long time to come past them. But I can see you've got lots of blue and white. I'm staring at more blue and white all around me, but we'll save that for another day. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, Mom.
Okay.
All right, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed shopping with me to restock my store and all the things that I got. And little Miss Mina wanted to say hello. So everybody was fine at the vet. The only thing with my older dog, Mr. Malcolm, he has teeth issues. They're so bad. And he's already had surgery, definitely once maybe even twice. He hardly has any teeth left, but apparently whatever's left has to also be probably surgically extracted. So super stressful. So we're thinking about where we want to take him. Unfortunately, the vet that we go to does not do that type of surgery anymore. So we have to find a different vet, but we'll take care of him. In the meantime, I just try to spray, you know, like antiseptic type stuff in his mouth and just give him soft food so that, you know, he doesn't have any chewing issues. But anyway, Miss Mina's fine. She's like, I'm fine. Yeah, she's fine. All right. Well, you guys have happy thrifting adventures until I see you again. And if you could like my video, that would mean so much to me. It really helps small creators like us grow on YouTube when you guys like and subscribe to our channels and like our videos. So yeah, if you could do that, that'd be cool. And I will see you real soon with more good stuff.